my hopes and goals for you 2020 Moyan. I hope that you are content and you're mentally stable. I'm slightly overwhelmed. It's a smidge. I've taken today and the days leading up to today to take time to look back at this year and like try to pinpoint precisely all the things that I've come to learn. I'm sure I'm not alone when I say this. 2020 was really a year where you truly learn a lot about yourself and maybe the type of person you are, because it was different. The year was just different. It came with its own energy. So I just felt like reflection was something that I had to do. Just acknowledging everything that occurred this year. Loneliness is something I'm no stranger to. I have always considered myself to be a loner. I've always felt that I was the most safe when I was alone. To be amongst others almost felt like a threat to just my existence. This is hyperbole, but I mean, that is what it feels like, honestly. I will always be someone that appreciates the time that I spend alone. But like Ari Lennox says, I need people. And during this year of a kind of forced isolation, I really started to acknowledge the importance of the relationships and connections that, you know, that I have, and also the lack thereof. So yeah, I'm grateful for the efforts I did make to try to cultivate and also maintain the relationships that I do have. This year I learned that making space for yourself is important. I need to take up space. I learned about what that looks like for me as someone who has always been labeled as quiet, shy. That was it. That was like my personality in a nutshell. That was mostly a result of me never making space for myself in the relationships that I found myself in over the years. It's something that I will definitely continue to learn in 2021 and the coming years. When I say surrender, I don't mean in the sense of giving up. I mean more so about the things that happen in our individual lives that we really have no control over. I feel like a lot of the pain that I feel comes from refusal to accept things the way that they are and the way that they just happen to play out. One example, I guess it's not too little, is this virus. The fact that it came into existence, the fact that it is so easily spread, is really nothing that we have any control over. It just happened this way. For me, I want 2021 to be more about self-acceptance, because I'm tired of rejecting the type of person I am. I'm tired of stifling my voice. I no longer want to look outside myself for the things that I feel like I need. If I continue to just cultivate what is already within me, I feel like I will then grow closer to being comfortable with who I am and how I show up in the world, and more comfortable making space for myself. That is what I kind of want 2021 to be about. I don't necessarily want to be like, I want to do this and this and that, because I just feel like the way things are is just very uncertain, and I don't know what's gonna happen. So I don't want to like say that I want to be this like better version of myself and blah 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 blah. I'm coming into 2021 knowing that I'm imperfect, knowing that I can be inconsistent. I'm a terrible overthinker, that I'm anxious. I'm just coming into 2021 just knowing and accepting these things about myself and just letting it be and being like, it's okay. This is how I continue to be compassionate with myself. This is how I continue to not beat myself up if I don't kind of hit the nail on the head with something, if I sometimes fail and make a mistake. Like, this is how I reckon with things not going the way I thought it would, because it inevitably will. I'm sorry, it does sometimes. So self-acceptance, self-compassion is the energy and the vibes that I'm going into 2021 with. Shout out to the various things that kept me company this year. The kind of intangible things, all the movies that I watched, shout out to all the shows that I binged and the content that I have consumed this year. IG lives, IG filters, podcast, music, shout out to masks, wear your mask, music, just shout out to, you know, health, shout out to the herbs and all the healthy ways that people try to cope with the shit of this year, music. So shout out to all that.